Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Labor Day. Happy birthday to you. Subarashi. No, seriously though, happy birthday to Labor Day, which was first celebrated back in the 1800s. So it's roughly almost 150 years old and whatnot.
So we're talking about like back in the day when labor was worse than what it is today.
Yeah.
And they gave you a day off on Labor Day? I don't think so.
The official federal holiday was 1894.
We still had
and only in 30 states. But the point is, happy birthday to Labor Day. You are 131 years old. And we're going to celebrate that by celebrating the 40-year anniversary of Kamen Rider to a certain degree. Kamen Rider owes episodes 25 through 28, and the latter of which being the 1000th episode of Kamen Rider. It's like, how much crazy planning did it take to make sure that the 1000th episode lines up exactly on April 3rd, 2011.
I'm pretty sure they didn't plan that. They just kind of, they just kind of realized, hey, we're like reaching a millennium here in terms of episodes.
Yeah, it's like crazy because I mean, look, man, like even if it aired on April 10th or the 17th, yeah, sure, 1000th episode would have been celebrated regardless, probably. But what are the odds that it would air exactly on April 3rd, 40 years after the show originally aired?
Oh yeah, they really hammer in the especially in the latter two episodes about like the specific date and the timing and everything like that. I'm like, again, I'm pretty sure that they were like that they realized, hey, we're reaching a milestone here. I think we should do something. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but, I'm curious. When's the next time? April 3rd falls on a Sunday, and yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Well, as of right now, we're halfway
into O's. Yes.
No, we're halfway into the a millennium of episodes in terms of
we're at 1,700 episodes. 1,701 if you count the final episode of Gavu.
So 7 more Kamen Riders, give or take, if they all reach like a max of 50 episodes somewhat.
I think the next time would be 2033. Yeah. April 3rd falls on a Sunday next time in the year 2023, which is 8 years from now.
2033, right?
2033, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like we're probably not gonna see the 2000th episode on that date, but maybe the 2500th or maybe even the 3000th.
They'll do something, obviously.
They'll do
Yep.
something.
But yes, again, it just seems so right now that we get Oz after spending nearly a year on Ichigo.
Yeah, 5 months to be exact.
We were just going through it all and just like, oh my god, and then we finally get to O's and we're like, oh, a breath of fresh air. But and yet Ichigo is still here and very strong with us.
Yeah.
Like again, we did the final movie that was Ghost. We go into O's. We have Core. In our last review, we had an actual homage to Ichigo being an ally of justice. Now we go into this and we're celebrating the 1000th episode where they're recreating or rebooting the Ichigo story, but instead of Ichigo, it's Ozu.
Yep.
And then now in the openings, we're promoting Let's Go Kamen Rider, the movie.
And on top, it's been a fun 8 episodes of no movie promotions, but
this whole year has just been nothing but Ichigo on our end, honestly.
Yeah, it's like, he's been haunting us like for a while. Like again with Gaim. We had the Showa versus Heisei movie.
Yeah.
Then with X, we have the 5 Riders movie and the actual plot point where we get the 5 Riders team up against what's it called? The Government of Darkness.
Yeah.
Then we actually have to deal with Ichigo for real for 5 months.
Then we had the Ghost movie, which, let's be honest, was an Ichigo movie through and through.
It's literally called Kamen Rider Ichigo the movie.
Yeah. Featuring Ghost. Ghost was an afterthought. Like, no.
Doesn't even say featuring Ghost in the title. It should, but doesn't. At least with the winter film that we just covered, at least they said, oh yeah, Kamen Riders versus Kamen Rider O's and W featuring Skull.
Mm-hmm.
That one you don't even need to say featuring Skull, but very nice of you to do so.
I mean, that was more of like a respectable homage. At least it's like, well, Skull didn't. I say Skull does deserve his own film, but we have to remember this is a double movie, not a Skull movie. But
it's like how exactly are you gonna make a movie that crosses over between O's and Skull? Specifically,
and apparently we must throw Ichigo in there, but also, as we have stated, Skull was the original idea for the original Ichigo. Mm-hmm. Not that they were gonna. I mean, they were. I forget what the name was gonna be, but as we said in my research, that was what the original Kamen Rider was meant to look like.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get that until another 30 to 39 to 38 years later.
Yeah.
So again, Ichigo all over the place, and then here we've just been getting the references and the remarks, and now the Kamen Rider girls doing the opening. And this whole year has just been the year.
Yeah, we talked about it in the last podcast. We did.
This is just the year of Ichigo for this.
Now I'm just wondering what's gonna be the next season we cover, because I swear to God, if it turns out to be thankfully it won't be Sky Rider, but
no. In terms of the wheel, I don't know. I mean, I did notice something when we did the last 2 spins, and if no one else saw it, when you spun it the last 2 times, you were actually on the era which we landed on. Not the rider, but the era. That's spun it when you were on X. And you spun it, and I believe it was, I think it was V3 or something. And then when you spun it, it landed on Ichigo.
That's really interesting because
And then,
one, the spinner, like when you first opened the website, it just slowly
yeah,
rotates
yeah,
on its
it rotates
own.
on its own. But
Yeah,
then, but
and
then when
then
you,
when you remove something, the wedges have to become wider. Like
the thing was is that when you spun it, when we were going from Ichigo, I believe it was around like either Deno or Kabuto. So we were in the Heisei era, and then it lands. Well, we landed in the Heisei, but it was phase two.
that's really interesting.
So it's like, so I was just like, okay, so if we spin again, and if this is right, and if we happen to spin like on a like let's say Forze, are we gonna land somewhere in that general area? I don't know.
Yeah, like if we start at Forze, it's gonna end up on Xaid.
I mean, could be, but again, we are limited on Showa riders, obviously.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like,
it's really interesting because it's like, yeah, like the more seasons we cover from a certain era, like the higher are the chances of it landing on a different era because there's fewer options of the era that we just finished.
yeah, and especially since a lot of the riders in the Showa era are locked behind a paywall.
Yeah. While in the Heisei era, it's like only like two of them are realistically behind the paywall.
Yeah, that's what sucks with microtransactions. You got to go through so much just to get that, and then you ask yourself, was it worth it? I don't know.
Yes.
You ask me after.
I mean, either way, like to cover like all of the first 29 seasons, it's like, yeah, it's gonna take roughly 7 years to get all of it done if we're like doing it at a pace where we're basically doing 4 seasons a year. And like to be fair, like yes, Ichigo takes up the length of 2 seasons,
Yeah,
but when you have a season like X, it's a little bit shorter. So like if the next season we do is Amazon, it's like, yeah, it will fit nicely into the last couple of weeks of 2025 because to my knowledge, I don't think there's any actual movie for Amazon. Like, yeah, there's a theatrical version of episode 13, but the thing is like not counting the theatrical cut of a TV episode, I don't think to my memory, Amazon doesn't have any movies that are uniquely, movies. So with 24 episodes, it's like you could get it. You could either get it done in 6 weeks by doing 4 episodes a week, or get it done in 4 weeks by doing 6 episodes a week. I mean, obviously, like how much of a masochist are we? Well, like I don't know. That depends because just to get Ichigo done as quickly as we could without being too masochistic, we did do several weeks where it was just 7 episodes in 1 week.
yeah, but that was kind of overkill. 7 episodes, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, not gonna lie though, Build was the most fun where it's like, yeah, we got 6 episodes in, but like we were like having fun doing 6 episodes in a week.
Well, it's because we were just starting, so it's like every journey is exciting in the beginning, but after you've been on the trail like we have, it's like, are we there yet?
Yeah, but also I think it's partly due to the fact that indeed, you know, 6 episodes makes one full story arc. So it's not so much like we're like discussing 6 episodes as much as we're just discussing a 2-hour movie.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know where we'll land, but apparently this whole year has just been the year of Ichigo.
Yeah, watch the next season we land on is Agito just because Fujioka happens to be in Project G4.
I actually someone sent me a link to a video, and it was a commercial for I believe like a phone company or something. Well, there again, I think this was like again in like 2009, 2010. I don't know, but they it stars Fujioka. You know, he's on the phone and he's talking to in the commercial they say I think it's his relative, his son or something. I'm not sure, but I'm like, oh, who's he talking to? It's Agito.
Wow.
The commercial pretty much for like goes like stay connected with those you care about, and I'm like, yeah, the first Kamen Rider talking to the first Kamen Rider of the Heisei.
Well,
Like,
second Agito's second.
sorry, Kuga. No. Who was the first one?
Kuga.
Was it Kuga? Okay.
Yeah. But Agito, the second one, falls on an anniversary year, so that's why.
Yeah, I think it was Agito because again, it was like even though Kuga was the first of the Heisei, it was kind of like again, well, Kamen Rider has been off the air for quite a long time, so we're not sure what the climate of his resurrection will be. Mm-hmm. So let's just but then when they finally saw and they finally got their the attention back, it's like because that's the thing I've always like confused Agito. First I say Agito then Kuga, but then it's like no, it's Kuga then Agito.
Yeah, like I was having a hard time like, and heck I even thought it was pronounced Agito, like agility.
Mm-hmm. But again, you know, we all got to start somewhere. The Kamen Riders got to start somewhere, and here we're rebooting it.
Yeah.
So, without further delay, let us get into these episodes.
Yeah. So, yeah, in the first two-part episode, we have a retired boxer who got a little too punch drunk. So now in the words of Blue Oyster Cult, I can let these shakes go on. We haven't heard the end of it. Yeah, it's from Veteran of the Psychic War. But yeah, no, it's like, and then like this much younger boxer's like, but you can't retire. I haven't defeated you in a boxing match yet. It's like, bro, what in the Rocky Six is this?
Look, honestly, well, the episode is called "The Boxer, the Left Hand, and the Bird Yami." So yeah. Prepare yourselves because we're about to get into a mystery. So yes, as you said, there's a boxer. Obviously, he's punch drunk. What does that mean? It means he's had too many concussions that his head has swollen with liquid to kind of, from what I understand,
hemorrhaged.
It's to kind of protect him, but it also damages him because, again, too many bumps to the head is not a good thing, people. It's actually very, very, very bad. So obviously he must retire. And again, if you look at the average lifespan or career of a boxer, let's say start at 21, maybe 20, maybe even earlier. Most of them retire or stop fighting by the age of 30. In the age of in the world of boxing, very few boxers make it to like 40 or 50. And that even is too old. I mean, I only know maybe a handful of boxers that have reached that level. I mean, look at what happened with Mike Tyson like a couple months back. But again, he's had time to recover. This guy, on the other, it's fresh, it's brand new, and you can kind of tell he's not too happy with what is going on. In fact, it kind of sucks for him. He doesn't like it because he's that's all he's ever known. The ring is all he's ever known. And I understand it. I get it. But everyone around him, his manager, his promoters, his fellow boxers and friends are like, no, this is for the best. Because we know you were the greatest. We know that you were an amazing boxer and everything. But
Yeah, no one can take that away from you.
Yeah, no one can take it away. But there's a time and a place now, and the time has passed. You know, like you still are the champ. But somewhere in his head, he's just like, no, I understand, I get it, and it's better for me. Yeah. But somewhere deep down, he's not satisfied at all. He's upset. And to make things worse, as you stated, there's some young punk who wanted to fight.
Wants to have a go at the champ.
Yeah, that wanted to prove himself because only the champ, if he can take out the champ, I'm like, I know a lot of people said this is like the Rocky episode, but here's the thing about Rocky in the original film. Rocky didn't pursue Apollo. He didn't
Apollo invited him, and the only reason Apollo invited him to fight wasn't because Rocky was like the best. It's because Apollo needed to do some self-promoting, and like one of the best marketing strategies is to let a relative unknown have a chance at the title, and randomly picked out, or rather vetted out, what the unknown in question ended up being Rocky. So of course he trained for it. And also, like, even back then, like, Rocky wasn't even the best boxer in his own gym. Like, even Pops was like disappointed at him because instead of actually training consistently, Rocky is just doing racketeering. Yeah, of course he like retired from racketeering in order to pursue boxing full time, and Mickey trained him just enough that when they fought, guess what? Rocky lost, albeit by 1 point, only 1 point. And it's like, and that victory was so bitter to Apollo. He's like, I want a rematch just to verify that I kicked your ass for real. But by that point, and yes, in the second film, Rocky's already blind in one of his eyes, and he has a concussion where he can't even read proper.
Yeah, no, although it's kind of bullshit that like in the following other Rocky movies, he's fine. I'm like, what happened to the concussion? What happened to your eye? Mm-hmm. Oh, I got it fixed. I got money now, Mick. What?
Yeah,
and again, that's kind of like again the BS that these movies kind of went down.
And in the third movie, it was revealed that the only reason Rocky stayed on top was because Mickey kept pairing him up with jobbers that could fall very quickly. It's like that episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, he literally said like every single person that you had fought was something that was easy for you to do. Like, they had a reputation.
Yeah. With the exception of Apollo, everyone was a jobber.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, so when he finally fought Clubber Lang, Mr. T, it was like, again, it's it's like it's like a Dragon Ball reference, you know. We all know that Gohan is powerful and amazing. We saw that in the Cell games, but everything after that,
it's like he just wants to live a peaceful life, like Yoshikage Kira.
Again, I get it, but again, the comparison is that, and even they even said it in Super, and I'm like, that's probably the only thing that good, the very few of the things I don't like about Super, but this was a point, is that they told him that you get strong, you get cocky, and then you get your ass kicked. Look what happened with Cell. Look what happened with Boo. Look what happened in this. Look at that. Yeah, you got stronger, but you don't know how to use it. You don't know you don't have the guts to hold on to it. You just have it, and you're just, know that you're stupid. You got to train yourself to know, and that's what has happened here. Mm-hmm. That, you kind of came to an understanding of, okay, it's done, it's over, all right. But this young kid comes in and heckles you and starts like, giving you the bird of like, I was supposed to take you. It was me and you, no one else. And how dare you? You're not a warrior. Okay, first off, kid, shut up.
Yeah, again, Tommy Guns all over again,
Yeah,
and the villain from Rocky 6. It's like Tommy Guns was originally supposed to be trained by Rocky, because by that point Rocky knew that like he can't fight no more, so he's gonna train someone else. But it's like, okay, we gotta fight in the streets now. But then Rocky 6, it's like some current present day like champions. It's like, do you think you could take on Rocky if he was still in his prime? Yeah, I do. And it's like, well, old man Rocky is gonna is gonna prove you wrong arbitrarily. And of course, obviously, Rocky loses in Rocky 6.
Well, remember again, I'm like, again, does no one have the continuity to these movies? Remember in Rocky 4, when Apollo saw Dolph Lundgren, and Rocky was the one that told him, hey, Apollo, that ain't us no more. That's something else. We can't do it. And then in the other movies, he's doing exactly what he told Apollo not to do. And
even at the end of the third movie, Apollo told him. At the end of the third movie, Apollo told him, "Hey, Rocky, our time has passed. Like it's all in the past now. We just have to." Like the days of our youth are gone. Again, in the words of Blue Oyster Cult, raise your can of beer on high and seal your fate forever, because our best years are past their prime, the golden age of leather. But then Apollo, completely out of character, challenges Dolph Lundgren, loses,
dies.
And then Rocky is like, I'm gonna betray my own advice that I gave to Apollo, and I'm gonna fight Dolph Lundgren myself, and somehow succeeds. Somehow
he succeeds, and I'm like, not to say that the montage was not amazing in Rocky 4, but
they even incorporated in Family Guy.
I'm like, Dolph Lundgren in the movie was juiced, and I don't care how much training you got. Nah, but again, that's the thing about this episode, is that he comes to terms with it, because everyone around him is like, no, we get it, we understand, we'll help you, like get a new life or something. We'll see, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. And then this dumb bastard comes in, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? We don't even get a name for this kid.
Yeah. And I'll say this. This episode is not so much Rocky Balboa as much as it's Space Jam, because later on this kid, like some random yummy, which is mysteriously created from a mysterious left arm, and like it basically like stocks up like that kid's talent, like from his arm, turns it into blue feathers, and then it just jams those feathers into the dude's body.
Yeah, so like you said, a left arm comes in and inserts on the back of the head, creating a yami, because of course the desire is there, even though he feels like he says, no, I'm good, I'm done. And he even tells this punk kid, yo, man, whatever. Well, what do you want me to do? If I go back in the ring, I'll die. And I'd rather not die. And so, but again, the desire happens, and we get a parrot yami.
Yeah.
A parrot.
A bird.
We get a bird. And again, here's the thing, though. Before the episode happened, we have a whole scene where this guy is talking to a cat, and in the bushes behind him, we see that left arm. And that left arm belongs to a certain, tsundere bird husbando. But the thing is that our best bird husbando is actually on his roost back at the cafe. But your arm is over in the bushes behind looking at this guy. So what's going on? Well, we're going to find out. So, yes, this parrot yami decides boxers and people that he knows, he's taking their strength and skill and creating feathers that he's implanting into the boxer's broken arm. Because apparently that's like, again, like Space Jam. He's stealing other people's strengths and abilities to better his parent. And again, the boxer knows this. He saw it with his own eyes. He got kidnapped by the bird, and the bird is telling him one more time in the ring. That's what you're gonna do. But he's like, no, you're hurting my friends. You're hurting the people that supported me. And why? Why? Because you are a boxer. You're a warrior, and that's where you belong, in the ring. Now, again, I understand it. I know people that are athletes who have been in boxing, and the feeling of retiring or stopping, it's like, it's tough. It's hard because that's what you've known for so long. But as a friend of mine said, and this guy has had like a career in just, not majors, but at least like in locals and stuff like that. He told me that it was tough, but you know what? To say that I would have gotten back in the condition I'm in now, I would have possibly died, and that's not a way to go. But isn't that the warrior spirit? The warrior spirit is when you're in battle. We're in a competition. We're not at war. He told me.
Yeah, and even then, the warrior has to know when to not fight, because even Sun Tzu himself said that victory is decided before the battle has begun.
Yeah, you could throw anything and everything at your enemy, but if your enemy had counters to everything you threw at him, what was the point? Oh, you threw an entire a garrison and a battalion over here and this and that. Yeah, well, those were decoys. That was false information. So where's the main force? In the giant opening you left dead center. So you threw everything over there, but there's nothing over there. You left yourself open. Yeah, sure. But yeah, that's the thing that got to me in this episode, because the boxer is fully aware of what is happening and what is going, and he's actually like yelling at the Yami and screaming at him, telling him like, this is wrong. Why are you hurting people? This isn't what I want. And he's like holding the gloves at him, and this is what you want. And you want it badly, to the point that he just stops and just, I guess he just accepts it. You had a whole 5 minutes of like yelling at the devil that he was tempting you, and you were like, I'm not doing that, but then you just do. Yeah,
not much to say about episode 25 beyond this. It's mostly Goto pressing Ankh about like, was this your Yami? No. Is this your Yami? No. Is this your Yami? God damn it, I said no. I can't make Yamis. I'm just an arm.
Well, here's the thing about that. Because, obviously the Yami transformed and became the parrot. It was a shocker, obviously, that it's a bird. But
for all we know, it could be Kazuri, like having absorbed a red metal.
Well, we all know that they have different core metals, so it is possible, and AG knows that. It's like, well, yeah, if they have one core metal, they can make a bird Yami if they wanted to.
Yeah. But it's weirdly not a hybrid, but like other hybrid.
Which is like, I don't understand. Well, we're gonna get there. So
and we do get a comic relief scene where Dr. Maki's staring at the coupon of Chiyoko, and Date just presses him on it. It's like, bro, you're hiding something, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
You like them Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Yeah, he was totally just like, what do you got in your pockets, Maki? And Maki just eats it. He just
Yeah.
puts it in and they're just like, okay. Although in this whole episode, obviously, we also, Date, being the dork that he is, keeps referring to the parrot as a chicken. He just keeps saying Tori, 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 Tori. And I'm like,
Tori, 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 Tori.
it's
I mean, to be
parrot
fair, Tori means bird, but
or
it's also
bird
commonly used for chicken.
chicken. Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't know how much chicken you eat, Date. I know you mostly eat Odin, but I'm like, I've never seen a blue chicken. Must be
Yeah.
tasty though.
I find it interesting how Red Buster from Go Busters is physentophobic, because literally the first two words is in the second opening is Hitori Hitori no Chikara. I know. But the fact that Hitori is in the word,
that was so weird. Like, I'm like, you're scared of chickens. But I'm like, well, thank God this is more of a technology and cyber themed like show. I can only imagine if they were like, if it was an animal theme like they did with the supposed What If movie, that the grunts would have all been chickens. You wouldn't be able to do jack.
Yeah. Well, the heroes are animal based, but the villains are not. They're more.
No, remember they did the What If movie about like
yeah.
animal based, but it's like, again, it's kind of referencing like the old Showa era. But I was like, oh boy.
Oh yeah, the Hippo Ranger.
Yeah. Well, we have never had a hippo Zord. We've had rhinoceroses. We have 2 whales now. No, sorry, 3. Go Buster, Zoolger, and right now with number 1. I'm like,
whale. I mean, whale Zords maybe.
Yeah, but I'm like, we still have not had a hippo.
But it wouldn't be Go Busters. It would be Ginga Man.
Playing Ginga Man.
See this carrier Zord. Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, other than being pressed, Ankh is being like completely just aloof and being a tsundere here. Like, I don't, and again, even AG calls him out on the second episode. It's like, I don't know why you're not saying anything, Ankh. Like,
I have nothing to say to you.
Goto is literally accusing you, but AG's on your side. Akira's indifferent because he's just a big dork and doesn't really understand what's going on. But anyway, the whole thing is that
and classic shocker trope, the parrot thing can't breathe fire.
Yeah, the parrot's got a flamethrower, apparently.
Shoka!
Because apparently Ankh is a fire type.
Yeah.
Just like a tsundere. But yeah, instead of trying to say something, it's like, no, he just keeps quiet the whole time. And I'm like, Ankh, what you know something. You know something. It's like, and even AG's like, well, he's never made a greed before. I don't think he's even capable of making them. And it's true, because Ankh only has 1 core metal.
Yeah.
Well, he has 3, but he doesn't have
4, but like he gave 2 of them to. Well, AG has 1 of them, while the other Taka's is like core. But like he does give AG his Condor and Kujaku medals, so he become Tajador. But even Tajador is just like taking hits from this dude, and while Ankh just acquiescently watches, it's like, this is a perfect trailer moment right here.
Yeah, this is kind of like, first watching it, you're like, wait, did Ankh really do that? But why the heck did Ankh give AG Tajador if he knew that AG was gonna lose? And again, here's the thing about this is that, wait, you're telling me Tajador can't beat the parrot? Is it like the same typing? I guess it's like, well, no, you're using a fire type to fight a fire type, and while there is some damage,
Flame body.
it's not as effective. It's like, because obviously we get the whole betrayal because we see Ankh as the parent Yami disappears, and he winds up like, Eiji starts screaming at his best bird husbando to come back.
Yeah.
But we
like even when Akira tries to use his cell burst, Ankh just rocket punches his birth buster like away so that like he doesn't hit the bird greed.
Yeah. So it's like
that.
It's like, why did you do that, Ankh? Why? Because Ankh is stupid, and Ankh, instead of letting people know, he's just like, no, I have my own plan. Yeah, but we already don't trust you, or majority of people don't trust you. So why not say something?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be Kaido. Don't be Kiba. Don't be Yuka. Say something, you stupid bird.
And don't be Takumi. Like freaking, did you attack me earlier? You would say that I attacked you, wouldn't you?
That I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting bored. Like, I'm like,
it's like there's not a single person that would never get pissed off at Five's episode 31. Like it's impossible to not get pissed off at that episode.
I know. But I'm like, Ankh, please do not be a Misato here, precious sweet summer bird. Do not. Just say something. Nope. Just walks off like the fucking tsundere that he is. And then we get into the next episode, which is the next episode is 26, Ankh, the ring, and the place everything's on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So
the bird dude the parrot dude just keeps loading this dude with feathers. I swear. Like at this rate, like he himself will turn into a bird Yami from having all those feathers on his body.
Yeah, and yet the bandages are still on.
Yeah,
I would imagine that they would have taken them off and just like, no.
Well, I know that from the filmmaking perspective, like you want to keep bandages on so you could like tack the feathers onto it without them falling off. But I'm pretty sure like you could use some kind of movie makeup adhesive to just attach them to your forearm.
You could have just done some CGI for a quick, like, just showing of the arm that it's become just like Ankh's, like kind of, I don't want to say scaly, but that's pretty much how bird skin is. Not scaly, but it resembles the texture for the feet,
Mm-hmm.
like something like that. But no, we just have the bandages in the boxing glove, which I'm like, all right. And here he is again in the boxing ring, waiting for his opponent. He's like, I'm ready. I want to. I'm like, again,
okay. I got a solution for this. Get a prosthetic forearm skin, like because you know how you have like prosthetic skin for like various parts of your body. Get a prosthetic skin for your entire forearm. Glue those feathers onto the prosthetic arm, and then attach the prosthetic onto your actual forearm. That way, you're not gluing the feathers directly to your actual arm.
Or you could have just done a mold of his arm and then kind of like lifted it like this.
Just lift it slightly like a puppet, like that episode of How I Met Your Mother, where they pretended to chop off Barney's arm, not Barney's, Marshall's arm. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dr. Maki's still being an absolute creep.
Yeah, he's in an
resemblance uncanny to Nichan.
He's in an old Volkswagen Beetle, just like outside of the Koskasur, and Chayako's just outside doing her usual routine.
She's just
She's still being lovely and maintaining her business.
And she's just sweeping the floor, sweep the floor, sweep the floor. And yes, in the previous episode, there was a Matador theme at the Coast of Sewer, but we're not going to talk about it because I don't like Matadors.
For some reason, boxing and Spain are connected.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that because I'm like, I don't know. If that's
personally, I don't see why. Like, if you're gonna do Spain theme, why does it have to be bullfighting? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. It's like I'm no vegan, but I'm not particularly a fan of bullfighting. You know, Spain has a lot of cool stuff going for it. Like, why do we have to relegate it to bullfighting? You know,
well,
it's like,
again, we're keeping the stereotypes because again, the last episode we had was around the French Revolution with Marie Antoinette, and I'm like, there's so much that France has given us, but it's kind of like you're giving the like I said, you're giving us the generic BS of what someone would assume France is famous for when it's like, no, they've given us a whole lot more. They've given us a lot.
Again, like with the French episode, they could have done like a Arsène Lupin motif or just heck, not even Marie Antoinette, like just general Age of Enlightenment type of stuff. Like make it like Rene Descartes motif, you know? It's like, yeah, they still have the powdered wigs, but you know, at least there aren't any guillotines or cakes involved.
That is one hell of a way to cut a cake, though.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where are my notes? Yeah. So pretty much common sense has left this meathead's body because he's now like. I'm guessing he told the parrot to go to the gym that he practiced at to go and grab the young kid. And of course, it goes exactly how you would think it would. You know,
Akira like intercepts it, and they have and Akira and the Yummy fight in the ring.
They have,
but then the kid's like, no, don't kill him. Like he pulls a full Kabanyashi. It's like no, I want him to take me. Like bro.
Do you not realize the giant avian monster behind you? But also, it's kind of crazy how, like, when Akira showed up and was fighting the Greed in the boxing ring, they weren't fighting like boxers; they were fighting like wrestlers.
Yeah,
there was grappling. There, Akira did a leg drop. You know, he gave him a clothesline, and it's like this is a boxing ring, not a wrestling ring. Yeah. Although I'm like, hey man, not like the Kamen Rider or any of the Kaijins could not be like, you know, in the world of wrestling. In Mexico, they had a man who was called Ultraman in wrestling, and he actually dressed up like Ultraman.
You know what's funny is that I used to watch Ninja Warrior Sasuke back when they would air reruns on G4, and I remember in Sasuke 3 there was like this one dude dressed up as Superman. And it's like he lost at the log roll, and it's like the G4 announcer's like, and so Superman was thwarted by Lex Luthor's latest death trap, the log roll. And there was another dude in a luchador mask calling himself the Great Ninja Warrior, and he loses like literally at the first obstacle. It's like, and so the Great Ninja Warrior could not defeat the Great Ninja Warrior Challenge.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But again, the references. I mean, we can go on about references of wrestling. Could have sworn I saw an Ikikoman reference in this, but if people know what even that is. But yes, so the kid pretty much says to the bird, "Take me with you." And I'm like, okay, this kid is seriously stupid. I don't like him. He's more of a meathead than the boxer. At least the boxer has a reason or an excuse to why he's acting this way. You know, he's punch drunk. He's punch drunk, but he's also the temptation and of the greed is poisoning his mind. Rationally, he wouldn't do this, but because he's already roided up and everything, he's like, no, I'm gonna do it. But this kid, I'm like,
he wants to show out the champ. This is literally Rocky 6. This is literally Rocky 6. All you need is the boxer's son going like, Dad, you're embarrassing me. It's like, hey, there are much worse things to be embarrassed about. It's not about sunshine and rainbows. It's about how many times you can get hit and keep getting up. It's about how many blows you could take. I'm so concussed, I don't even remember the entire line.
Yeah, no, it's.
I remember how pretentious my dad was at one point, like trying to show me that scene from Rocky 6. I'm like, Dad, you've never seen a single Rocky movie in your entire life.
No,
I've at least seen the first 4 by that point.
That quote has been played by so many people. And again, it is a great quote. It is an amazing quote. But I'm like, do you even understand what the hell he's saying? Or what the point of this is? You know, it's like you're using it in the wrong context.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude, listen to what he's saying. It's not about boxing. It's not about sports. It's about
taking on life.
It's about life. Okay. Life
and living without regret.
And then like living with your choices and everything. That's what he's talking. He's not talking about boxing. He doesn't give a shit about boxing. He even's like, yeah, and God knows why we got 2 like Creed movies out of this. I'm like, let the old dogs lie and be still, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're missing the point. It's about, when you fall down, you get back up.
Yeah, and live your own life without regrets and whatnot. And mind you, this is advice from a guy who has too many hemorrhages in his head.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was actually speaking truth. I was like, it's fine if you want to lay there for a minute. It's cool, fine. But don't lay there forever. You got to get up. That's the point that this is trying to make. He's not talking about...
I think, there's an old Buddhist quote that is very prominently used by a certain mutual friend of ours. So much so, it's the title of his anti-penultimate album. Fall 7 times, stand up 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and it don't care how tough you are. It will beat you till your knees, and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Yeah, very much. But people want to say, for football, for sports, I'm like, that's not what that's for. He's not talking about that. I mean, he already knows. He even knew in the movie that he wasn't gonna win. He already knew that. He just wanted to make a point. I'm like, well, you kind of did, and
the point was not very well communicated.
It's like all those horror movies, like Friday the 13th, the final chapter. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street, the final dream, and it's just like
Final Nightmare, yeah. And then you have the 7th one, Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Hey, that was a reboot, and I'll defend that one. But then afterwards,
it was basically a standalone, but it was a fantastic 7th film.
But then you got like 5 other movies that come afterwards. I thought that was it. No, there's more. There's more. I'm like, who's asking for it? It's like those Fast and Furious movies. Who the hell is still asking for that?
There's 11. Wait, maybe even 12 of them.
Christ, just stop. Stop, man. It was one thing about street racing. Now they're like, You're telling me they're up at the level of like Jason?
They went. I remember for the longest time they only made jokes about going into space because it's like, oh, we jumped out of a plane, we jumped out of a submarine, we jumped a tank. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna be in freaking space. Where like even like Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi are like at the siege of Coruscant trying to rescue Palpatine, and then on their left is Dom Toretto, like over the exosphere of Coruscant. It's like, hey, I don't need midichlorians because I got family. And then Fast 9 comes out, and they literally go into space.
No, yeah, I'm not getting into that rant. I actually turned down a date and a fun, spicy night because the requirement was that I would to take this person to go see, well, at that time, I think it was Fast 9 or Fast 10. Mm-hmm. And I said to this person, I would rather get my teeth pulled with no anesthesia than watch these damn movies. Because, again, we're in space. You know how many times when they send something to space, you know it's dead. You know it's done. Like that, and I stick to that. But yeah,
and also keep in Fast X is the 11th film, and it's been confirmed to be a 2-parter, which means there's a total of 12 movies. Oh, and there's gonna be yet another spin-off, Hobbs and Reyes.
It's stupid. It's just like the premise of this episode because, again, the kid knows that this guy's done. He knows that. And even though he's roided up, and I'm like, you're going to fight the guy. He's got a bird arm and super roided up. Please tell me he knocked his head off. Please tell me he does something to this kid to like really. No. But it's also kind of crazy that during this episode, Eiji got really messed up by the parrot, and Date is taking care of him and tells him, "You're staying here. Me and Goto are gonna handle this." But Eiji, being Eiji, doesn't listen. It's so stupid because Eiji is hobbling around, like going around limping, and I'm like, Eiji, I think you just dropped your kidney. Something fell out of you. I think you really need to go to the doctor. No, I'm fine. It's like, cut me, Mick. I can't. Like, oh, God. But, yeah, apparently Eiji found out where the boxing ring was because he had time to hobble over and do an investigation and interrogation of the people of the gym.
Yeah.
Only to there's a warehouse and it's full of memories for him because that's where he started and that's where he wants to end it. Okay.
Yeah, so Eiji needs to fight the thing as Shouta, but he needs time to charge up. So Akira's like, I got the perfect distraction for you. So I am genuinely surprised that in an Akira focus episode, Eiji gets a new form. But then, in an episode that focuses on Ankh, Akira gets a new form.
And again, I know we have talked about, clusterfucks of, in Tokusatsu. At this point in time, we have had, we had already passed of just like Sentai and their creation of their mechs. Just like, are they even? It's kind of like put this here, put that there, put this. Akira, in a way, did fall under that, but it kind of works because this is the birth, fully, complete.
Mm-hmm.
Breast cannon, caterpillar legs, crane arm, claw
drill arm, shovel arm, cutter wing. And by the way, at this point in time, we still haven't seen cutter wing by itself. and we never will.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, we never seen him fly. When the hell did he get a jetpack? I don't know. When did RoboCop get a jetpack? He just does.
And the thing is, in its base form, Cutter Wing isn't just supposed to be like actual wings. It's all can also be used as an actual scissor on his left arm.
Yeah, so I'm just like, this thing is multi-versatile. It can fly, and it can also cut the seams on a dress.
Yeah,
So very versatile. But
and I wouldn't be surprised if Akira knew how to make a dress, because this man is without question the GOAT.
We all say that Fujioka Sensei is like the Chuck Norris of Japan, you know, just the level of things that this man cannot do. But there's someone slowly behind him, but he's walking at a very brisk pace of 1,000,000 miles per hour, and that is Akira Date. Akira Date, like, I swear to God, if Fujioka and Akira Date fought, they would create an entirely new dimension.
Oh yeah,
It would be just what? Yeah, the Big Bang was birth and Ichigo. That's how amazing they are. But yeah, it actually is now at this point that AG becomes a water type to confront the fire type. But it's also confirmed that we found out that the bird Yami has found Ankh and assaulted him. It's literal bird assault. And it's
bird on bird crime.
It's bird on bird crime. Well, wait, hold on a minute. What? What do you mean? Didn't you create him? Isn't he technically like...
I told you I didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't say anything.
I did not create that Yami. Sure. Yeah, sure, fine. Okay, whatever. Yeah, no, we find out he didn't. He didn't make it because, again, given what a Yami doesn't have the balls to, you know, go against its master. Its parent is one thing, but the actual greed, a cringe thing to say, the alpha, no, that's never happened. But when it comes down to this, it's like, okay, Ankh, we know that you're a dick, but what's going on? Yeah, I didn't do it. Look, he's trying to kill me. He's trying to choke my chicken. Okay, we got to save him. Because it's like, but it's like, AG's like, I knew you didn't do it, Ankh. I'm like, why? Because you gave me Tajador. You gave it to me for safekeeping. Oh. Ankh gave his special husbando coins to his boyfriend for safekeeping. You do care. But yeah, it turns out that, Ankh didn't do it.
Yeah, they left while a mysterious left hand looms in the background.
Yeah, and well, you know, it's a left hand. What is like, whoa, what is this hand? I'll tell you in a minute. But yeah, we go back to Akira fighting in full form, full clusterfuck form that rivals Shinkeno in Shinkenger of design. I'm like, you know what? But this works. At least Akira can move on his own will. How the hell that thing up there was able to move? I don't know.
See, the problem with that thing up there is that most of it is not even the actual sword. It's just the stage that the sword stands on.
I don't know. How did it move? Well, it does have wheels on the... Yeah, but again, how?
It's only going to go in a straight line. Bruh, what if the Ghetto Shoe leaned lazily to the left?
Don't get me wrong, I love that thing, but it's like, well, okay, I guess, fine. Okay, well, yeah. So Akira starts going at it. His breast cannon blasts to the bird. The bird fires back. AG decides, you know what? Let's do the shout to combo. We're gonna do a hydro pump, and we wind up killing the bird. While that's going on, we have dumbass and dumbass over there fighting in the boxing ring.
And they basically knock each other out. It's a tie.
Now, let me ask this question. I'm surprised that the show did not touch on this. Did you make his condition worse? Did any repercussions happen from this confrontation that should not have happened?
Seemingly no. Like
No.
Apparently he's just where he left off. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go to rehab and then I'll beat you up using my own fist. I'm like, maybe that's something you should have done from the beginning instead of just letting this bird mummy thing try to like space jam all your buddies out of a career.
Well, that's the thing. Even so, I'm like, wait. So that was your original plan. Then why the hell did you have the desire? Well, yeah, you have the desire to get back in the ring, but if you already had the plan, then there should have been no corruption in your desires. I will get back in the ring. I will get better. That's not a desire. That's more of a goal. And again,
how is the little kid from 3 episodes ago the only one who was able to resist producing a yummy?
How did that not happen? But this did. Well, again, I'm getting because it's Uva. Uva is more like straightforward. He's more like, all right, but as we kind of noticed at this point, it's like all the Yami, all the greeds have like they work differently in terms of their
original.
Yeah. So even if you do, it's like, so are we saying that this mysterious arm? It doesn't matter, even if it's a goal, even if it's something that positive, it can manipulate it to be something negative.
I mean, to be fair, that's basically what the Bata Yami was. I mean, it's like, on its own, fighting evil is a good thing, but what makes it corrupt is the fact that the host had a black and white view of justice.
But here it's like, look, I don't want to keep calling him a meathead, but it's like, what was the point then? I mean, and especially it's like, well, I mean, I can understand the kid because the kid's just hot-headed and arrogant. He wants it now. He's not going to wait.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, see, that would have made more sense if the kid was the host and just like, and just like force the dude to be healed up by space jamming other boxers.
Yeah, but no, apparently not. We got to focus on the retired guy, not the arrogant punk that desires to kick his ass just to prove a point. Again, I'm not a writer, but again, that's just how they did it.
And now be prepared for the most confusing 2 episodes of the entire season.
But just to wrap this up finally, we do get a little mending with Ankh, Goto, and Eiji about what happened, but we do see the arm again. And if you haven't put it all together, the arm is Ankh's left arm. Ankh, as he is right now, is only a right arm. This is another, but the thing is, this arm doesn't have the bird on his forearm. It's just a regular arm. So it's like, wait. So you're telling me that Ankh did it, but it wasn't Ankh. So what? So who is this then, or what is Ankh? Because it was his other arm with a body attached. So what's going on? Is Ankh unconsciously doing this? Is he not aware what's going on? Is he just? We'll have to wait for like another 10 episodes for that to be cleared up.
Oh, another 3-ish, but yeah.
Are we already close to that? Wow.
Yeah. Like episode 29, we actually see the perpetrator.
And it's again, it's really, again, the dichotomy of a person of a being. Like, and Ankh is really a case for that.
Yeah.
But
and no new medals to
no,
lose
nothing.
or gain. It's like, wow, we're getting like a lot of episodes where there's like we're not gaining or losing medals.
Yeah. So what will happen? What is next? What will become of Ankh and Eiji? Hold that thought. Because
we got the 999th episode of Kamen Rider.
The next 2 episodes make no goddamn sense to the story. It's pretty much a filler episode where it's like, wait, weren't we just fighting in Las Noches? Why the hell are we in a forest? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That never happened. With this, what?
And who's that guy who looks like Beryl from Mega Man with the tuning fork Zanpakuto?
Yeah, like what? Wait, what? We were just like, were we not like? Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, but we're that, you know, but oh my god, really? It's like, yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, well, all right. I guess. But this is actually fun, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's ironic. That filler episode is more fun than the canon episode.
I know, right? I had more fun watching these than I did that. That was so dumb. But we have
all right. So we start off with
it's called 1000, the movie, and the Combat Man.
Yeah. So basically, Eiji and Ankh are very angrily driving towards the Kogami corporate office while menacingly Kogami starts singing the birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, hell no.
Happy birthday to you. So, wait, why are we here? Well, I am happy that you asked because using the very Ishinomori style 1970s art style, I will explain everything to you. It is the 1000th episode of Kamen Rider. Wait, we've been at this for 1000 episodes? I thought we were only here for 27.
Yeah, apparently Japan, that was one thing watching this show originally in 2011 that I was like, wait, 1000 episodes? But it's like, yeah, they pretty much count the series is Kamen Rider. Mm-hmm. There are different Kamen Riders, but in the long run, it's a franchise. So
yes, and just to be clear, Birth of the 10th Kamen Rider Z-Cross counts as an episode, even though it's 40 minutes long. And it's basically a TV film. It counts as one full episode because, believe me, I actually carefully counted every episode. Like all 98 episodes of Ichigo, all 52 episodes of V3. All 35 episodes of X, all 24 episodes of Amazon, all 39 episodes of Stronger, and all the way through. And believe me, when it gets to the Heisei era, it gets a lot harder to keep track because you don't know what's 49 episodes, what's 48, what's 50, what's 51. But by the time when we get to episode 28 of O's, which is the 1000th episode, you do need to count Z-Cross as an episode. And yes, Z-Cross is included in the opening theme song. Count the episodes. There are 999 episodes since the show originally aired in April 3rd, 1971.
Yeah. So again, it can be rather confusing because in America, we just tend to go by like, oh, well, yeah, it's been long running, but it's like a reboot or maybe no, that's actually the correct count.
Yeah, see, with Power Rangers, it gets confusing once you get to Samurai, but then it gets but with Doctor Who, it's actually actually, it's still pretty complicated with Doctor Who because Christopher Eccleston, we're going back to episode 1. But then it's like, how do you count the Christmas episodes? But then with Shurigawa, it's like we're back to episode 1.
Yeah.
So Shurigawa is the Reiwa doctor. Even though even though all of Jodie Whittaker was also in the Reiwa era in Japan. But like as far as the British run of the show, it's like Shurigawa is I'm considering the first Reiwa doctor.
Mm-hmm. I will say that this was honestly a surprise watching this originally, and even like now it's like, oh yeah, that's right. We took a break from the story to give a filler episode, but it's more entertaining than what we got, and especially all the references that they did, seeing the Kamen Riders, and then seeing again Shin and Oz and all of them. I'm like, so they count. Remember, this was at a time that they finally even solidified that Gold Ranger and Jaka were now officially a part of the Super Sentai.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened.
And in Gojuju, Jake and I were like really going over this about like how like the whole like first Go Ranger Jaka did count, then they didn't count, now they count again. Don't ask about ninja captors because we're not going to go into that. Yeah. So what's his name? Kogami's like, oh, you want to know about the bird Yami, yes? Well, I need you to hear about something. And and there's a custodian who has a Windex called Shocker Cleaner.
Yeah, Shocker Cleaner.
Yeah. So Erica shows up with one of those miniature like slideshows that like people use at a Japanese market. It's like it started with Eiji, who was kidnapped by Shocker. He was turned into a cyborg, and then he got to escape. Now he's an agent of revenge. Go, let's go. I love how like you got Kamen Rider O's in the style of the classic 1971 bumper.
Yeah.
And yes, everything is drawn in like Ishinomori style, from the manga. And it's like, oh yeah, Eiji has been kidnapped by Shocker, and he's a remodeled human turned into a cyborg. Wait, what? When did this happen? It's like, and we had to deal with Shocker, an evil organization. And interestingly, you see a bunch of classic monsters from like the original run, like you got Spider-Man, you got the Venus Flytrap Man, you got the Batman, and you got Chameleon Man. And in the background, you got what resemble Ankh as the Great Leader, but also low-key kind of looks like Joe from Cyborg 009, specifically because of the hairdo.
I will say that, Ankh was very, like, I kind of want to say that Goto in that was trying to give Dr. Shinigami vibes.
Mm-hmm.
The whole I was waiting for them to do the whistle and the
surprisingly we don't see that in the episode.
We don't see that, which is kind of like, well, there was a missed opportunity because you actually showed the bumper in between the segments of the show, and I'm like, what? Why not? And also, how come we didn't put a scarf on Ols this time?
Yeah, just for this one episode.
Yeah, just for this one episode. Hina could have been like, because Hina is actually Eiji's girlfriend in these two episodes. Like, we're making a movie. Okay, why? Because
we have to.
And here is your director.
Yeah,
it's none other than the great director himself, George Spielberg.
Oh, hell no!
No, we got someone better than George Spielberg. It's Akira Tate! wearing the same outfit he wore in the music video for Reverse Rebirth.
Honestly, I wonder how many of our fans know the reference George Spielberg.
For those of you who don't know, George Spielberg is an American-Japanese filmmaker who first appeared in Akiba Ranger Season 2 and has had very occasional comebacks in later seasons of official Sentai, including but not limited to the Kira Major versus Ryu Soldier crossover, where one of his movies is prominently featured inside the movie theater. And yes, I have a pen. I have pineapple pen, apple pen, pineapple pen, pineapple, apple pen.
I'm still in shock that he was actually a main cast member in Kira Major.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, the Apple Pen guy is in that show? Yeah, he's like their mentor. So I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, he is their mentor, and he even becomes the unofficial Kirame Gold.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Okay, fine. But I'm like, I remember a friend of mine, there was a pop-up shop in, I think it was, I want to say it was Shibuya or something. I don't remember, but they went there and they said that they're obviously, I was like, wait, there's merch? There's like, yeah, this is really popular. I'm like, yeah, I guess. But that, you know, she asked the employees that worked at that thing. It's like, because they kept playing the song, the Apple Pen song, over and over and over again. Like, can you imagine from opening to closing, hearing that being played like a billion times? And she just asked them like, so how do you guys feel working here? And she's like, no joke. One of the girls, because she literally had earplugs in her ears.
It's like, what?
No, she did. Like, no, she understood like what she, because but it's like, yeah, I just can't. I like, the first few times is fine, but like, can you like,
that's why I hate working in retail. Starting November 1st.
Anywhere that you work, I mean, what retail, I mean, offices, I work at a casino and they're constantly playing, obviously, like the songs, but it's like, can you imagine just one song being played for 8 to 12 hours a day of your life?
Yeah, and one song that really pisses me off is the song Loki by Ali Brooke, because we would hear it at the store nonstop. Like, Loki, you should really get to know me. I'm like, no, I don't want to know you. You're annoying.
It reminded me of like, what was that? The famous Terry Crews meme, where he in White Chicks, or hearing Lady Humps by Fergie, one of those like that just was like so like everywhere, like no matter where, like someone was always,
or 500 Miles from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, well, 500 Miles is a classic, but I can imagine. Some people are like, how do you hate that song? It's such a good song. Imagine hearing it for a long extended time on a loop. Even the most like patient person would have probably lost their minds. Okay. The whole hype around Baby Shark, if everyone remembers. I'm like, okay, no, it's a little.
I don't even understand why it's so hyped up. That song is like 30 years old, maybe even longer.
I don't understand why, but I was like, it's a simple little song. It's fine. But
it's a freaking camp song. I was forced to sing it when I was 10.
People were like just getting mad whenever it got played. But again, I was like, okay, you're getting mad. But do you remember when we were kids and kids would be like constantly singing Hakuna Matata or the song that never ends over and over and over?
Well, with the song that never ends, that was a Sherry Lewis thing. Let's be honest.
I know, but
it's a song that never ends.
I respect Sherry Lewis. I really do. But you all know why they did that, but
there's not even a date to when Baby Shark came out. It's just 20th century. All it says is 20th century, and like I totally get it. Like again, I sang it back in the 90s. Not by choice, but I sang it back in the 90s. And like kids nowadays are like shocked. It's like, what? How could you have sang that when you were a kid? You're old. I'm like, yeah, because that song is old too.
Well, it's kind of from this timeline, 3 or 4 years later, the song "Let It Go."
Oh yeah, Let It Go.
Remember that? Like we have not forgiven Elsa for that.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
no, it's like, yeah, no, like for real though. Like whenever I play Pokemon Y version and I'm using Venusaur against Malva in the Elite Four, because let's be honest, like at that point, it's like, yeah, the other 3 gym leaders I have a counter. No, the other 4 Elite Four members I have a counter against, but at Malva, it's like I got a Venusaur against Malva, and like by the time I get to like literally her last Pokemon, which is Talonflame, I'm like I Mega Evolved because Mega Evolution was the big thing at the time. It's like I'm like, let it grow, use Razor Leaf on her, and then at the end I'm like, and then when I destroy her, I'm like, because double type disadvantage never bothered me anyway.
Yeah. But yeah,
perfectly timed and everything.
That's the thing with pop culture. It just keeps going to the point of annoyance, but we go back and we love it anyway. But yes, we have Kogami is funding a movie by Akira Date being the director, and everyone in the main cast is going to be in the movie. Chayako, bless her heart, has her little heart set on being an actress. And she gets stuck doing costumes.
Yeah, but on the upside, Goto's so bad at being Dr. Shinigami that at first he's so bad at being the scientist that Chieko makes an amazing speech to him that makes even Dr. Maki swoon. That Akira turns her into the great scientist, and then Goto is so bad at being Dr. Shinigami that Maki becomes Dr. Shinigami.
Seriously, that whole thing with Chayako and Goto, what was that? You know, I was like, did she just slap herself? Like, I was like, I thought you were gonna slap Goto. No, she slaps herself and starts getting on this whole like, you have to. It's all about winning or losing. That's what it means to be an actress. But I'm a man, though. To be an actress, to the point that Akira's like, "You're fired. You're hired." I'm like, okay, all right. This production has more flips and turns and upside down moments than the production of Jaws. And I'm pretty sure this will be a hit, despite all the BS you guys are going through. And obviously, well, yeah, everyone is there, even Maki, even Erika, and of course, Maki and Erika are obviously being there, but Maki originally didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Also, you got the mysterious custodian who turns out to be a shocker mook who surprisingly survived 40 years ago. And the thing is, if you're watching O's before you've seen the original Kamen Rider, you probably would not have made that big of a deal. But having reviewed the original Kamen Rider literally just before this, and knowing that Gel Shocker does not take survivors, how are you even here?
The fact that his name is Shoton, which is a pun, which in Japan is meaning combatant. His name literally is combatant, like a grunt, pretty much. And again,
I can't believe we lost to the Kamen Riders 1,000 times. I'm like, no, you didn't. Technically, you only lost to the Kamen Rider. Let's see, 79 times plus an additional 52 times.
You guys,
if anything,
you guys were killed off by Geldom. Remember that
more than anything else.
All the shocker grunts were literal, and again, I don't understand.
Geldom did more to destroy Shocker than the Kamen Riders did. High key.
How did you managed to survive, or are you a Geldom combatant that wound up just donning a shocker grunt outfit? I don't know.
Like at best, like I would give you credit if you were like at least from Neo Shocker, but the thing is, Neo Shocker had different uniforms anyways, so you have no business being here, yo.
Yeah, but again, Kazuri's the one that starts, and he's the one that gives us our Yami for this episode. But the thing is that, well, everyone seems to be having a great time doing this movie. Akira is being Akira, obviously. He actually does shine a lot in these episodes, being a goofball as he is. Maki being the straight man to Akira's madness. Ankh being the great leader, but also like not really doing well on the harnesses. He kind of keeps tripping over himself. We have this whole thing of like AG dressing up like Takashi Hongo in one part. It's a literal, and even AG wearing his special 99.9 underwear, and then the next is 1,000 episode underwear. To the point that even Hina, Erika, and Chayako again are like shocker grunts, but the ones with the barrettes, the original shockers, not
including like shocker mook guy.
Yeah, they're wearing the black outfits and the barrettes. I know that was more of an X thing, but it's like, no, that's shocker grunts did do. They didn't get the whole lucha libre thing until like episode like 13. So take it for what you will. We're actually keeping canonically to what's happening here. But yeah, we find out that there is a Yami running around, and guess who it is? It's not who you think it is, but it actually does look like them. It is a leopard squid.
Oh, hell no!
Now you're asking yourself, wait, a leopard squid? I remember there was a leopard urchin. Yeah, there was. And remember that the leopard urchin actually survived. We did not kill him. Hongo did not, because the leopard urchin was actually the father, some random father to some random little girl that apparently begged the Kamen Rider to spare him. But it's like, you do know that he still has the kaijin inside of him, right? It's kind of it's a Jekyll and Hyde thing, but I guess the rider kick was so strong that it was able to separate the two, I guess. But we never saw that. So technically, here it is. And, well, not bad for an updated 70s kaijin, honestly. Again, watching this show originally and then watching it after we did O's now or Ichigo, it really shows like, yeah, there was a lot of Geldom, a lot of shocker grunts in this show. Like the references were just ridiculous to Ichigo. So I think it was just proper that after Ichigo, we were to get O's.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, just like any of the freaking kaijins back then, he attacks two random women believing that they're the Kamen Riders, or at least associated with, like, no, they're just two random women. And I cannot emphasize how random these two women are, because one of them is just a random pop idol. Like literally, she's not even from AKB48, or like a Rider girl. Like she's just a random pop star at the time. And the other woman, believe it or not, is a veteran Kamen Rider actress. Yeah, she was Megumi from Kamen Rider Ryuki, and that treacherous woman from Kamen Rider Kabuto, the movie. And unfortunately, the actress became a politician, which sucks, but I digress. But you know what would have been really interesting is if, like, you don't just get two women for this,
even if one of them was a veteran, would have been great is if they were like the actual women from the original Ichigo. Like, imagine if one of them was Linda Yamamoto on a motorcycle.
It's crazy how Linda Yamamoto came back like years later in Ultraman and other series, but never again in a Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why, but this would have been a perfect time for her to actually like reprise her role as Mari, because it's played off as a joke, obviously, because like, you know, they're just, but it feels so right that if it was Linda Yamato or any of the
and Wakako Oki, like, can you imagine if Wakako Oki and Linda Yamamoto were the two motorcycle women in this episode? Just like make it the ultimate homage to like the original series.
Yeah, no, I would have like seriously enjoyed that, but no, we did not. It was still played for laughs. I did enjoy it. Let's see here. We're really focusing a lot like on the whole like creating of the Kamen Rider, you know, AG in his boxer briefs. But let's see here. What else we have? What do I have written down here?
Yeah, you know, it's really weird is that I try to find modern pictures of Wakako Oki, and one of the only ones I can find are either A, a picture of her from 1971, or B, a picture of Linda Yamamoto, because why not?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, honestly, not other than the two writers that intercepted, not much happens in this episode other than like a confrontation and a combo for Shouta, but that leads into the final of the two-part for this 1000, the Kamen Rider and the birthday. This is honestly where like
one thing does happen. No, wait, that's in the part 2 of the episode.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, obviously now again we're done with the creation of the Kamen Rider, so now.
No, wait. Actually, no. It does happen in this episode. So Akira gets overwhelmed by two Yamis. And by the way, where did this parrot Yami come from, anyways? Because we never see who the host is.
Mm-hmm. We never see what happens, but there is.
But basically, they're both running towards. They're both running towards Akira. So AG tries to destroy the leopard squid one, but it accidentally ends up killing the bird one instead.
Which again, we already had a bird. You gotta just change its feathers, but still, I'm like,
and naturally, Ankh is pissed off because he wanted to use it to find whoever created it.
But not like you're not gonna get another chance on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, we're back onto that. We have AG cosplaying Takashi Hongo.
Yeah, in the full blazer and everything.
Yeah, and the hair. They actually made his hair look like Takashi Hongo.
Yeah, and what's also hilarious is how Kogami is like in this like secluded room where he has like 18 TV monitors just playing like every episode ever at the same time.
I could have sworn I saw like a Magnavox commercial about this years ago. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what else I've written down.
Yeah. By the way, it's really fun seeing Ankh play the great leader of Shocker. Kind of makes more sense than having a certain other actor play the great leader of Shocker.
It makes more sense that the great leader is actually doing something other than just standing there like an idiot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we have the great leader, which is Ankh, but Ankh is still being Ankh, and we're all having fun because here comes a montage again at the Shocker base. Like we're really hamming it up here, but I'm like, again, if you've not seen Ichigo, you're just thinking like, wow, they're just really like giving a middle finger to Showa and how they used to do it. I'm like, no, that's actually how they did it. You know, I mean, everyone walked in doing the hiles and the E's and, you know, cheering and Hina gets scared by a mouse.
Yeah.
A random meese to the point that she's freaking out and wailing her strong pixie arms at everybody and almost causing an on-set accident with Eiji. But apparently our Shocker Grunt saves him for some reason. Which I kind of asked the question, there is really no reason for him to do it, but there's really no reason for him to be malice towards Eiji or anyone else.
Yeah. Oh, and and while they're filming outside, there's some random Gyaru girl trying to crash the thing.
Yeah. I could have sworn that was Chayako, but it's not.
It's not. No, the actress's name is Chinatsu Wakatsuki. And as for things she's been in, I have to go to Japanese Wikipedia just to like find out. She's been in a number of commercials, but I'm not seeing much in the way of like film or roles and stuff.
So not a regular. Just like apparently she might have been on Toei's like payroll. Like can you just come in just for this one scene and Maki?
Yeah, like, but apparently her favorite food is grilled meat, cream puffs, natto rolls, children's lunches, bananas.
Children's lunches. What are children's lunches? Are we talking about like Lunchables?
That's what I'm thinking. Like imagine like a full-grown adult woman just eating Lunchables. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. You know, like a full-grown adult can eat whatever they want because like they have a job, presumably. But I'm just saying it's like.
Do you know how much a charcuterie board costs? And Lunchables are only like $2-3 a pack.
If you get the discounted ones that expire the next day, yeah.
I'm like, okay, I want just some ham and cheese and crackers. I'm like, okay, here's some, and it comes with 2 Oreo cookies. Okay.
Although, depending on the charcuterie board, it might actually be cheaper to get the actual charcuterie board. But again, like you're a full-grown adult, you can buy whatever food you want to. But it's also like if you can afford to get food, like why not get some real food? Like I don't know, like Chef Boyardee, I guess. I mean, that's not real food either, but I'm just saying, at least he'll probably fill you up more.
Again, you want to
cost about the same.
It's like that's the thing. I'm like, you want a snack, not a meal. But I'm like, children's lunches. I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Maki chases her away after that whole fight because she thinks like they're famous or something. I'm like, technically, we do have a very stacked cast in the OOO's series. Again, we have Reiko, we have Ryusei over there. There's Shu, Hero's over there. Maki's actors over there. Chayako's actresses over there. And
you got 2 of the Shocker Grunts being played by the comedy duo Hari Senbon.
Yeah, and then of course Kogami, and Erika was fairly new to acting at this point, but she has gotten so the cast is stacked, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very stacked cast. So I'm like, if they were to do this episode today, you would need to like have a stick and a taser to keep the groupies away because it's like, oh my god, that's Shu Watanabe. I'm like, yeah, that's Shu, man of many a dramas and a heartthrob. I've been told.
Yeah, not to be confused with Takeru Sato.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how they literally. How do you? Well, again, I can actually tell the difference, but I'm like, I don't see how you. Well, from the back of the head. Oh, okay. But yeah, we continue on with this story about like Shocker Grunts and what their purpose is, and also why we have not only the leopard squid, but what is the plan with Kazari making the leopard squid?
Yeah, so this dude, like, basically, he produces one of those mezzul eggs that creates a bunch of shocker grunts, and one of them's that has chubby cheeks. And basically, they try to ambush O's during the filming of the movie. It's like we've been defeated by you for 1,000 episodes. It's about time we get our revenge.
Is this all of them? Is this all of the grunts that have appeared in every Kamen Rider series, or is it kind of like, you know, like the Gokaiger movie with the ghost ship that they all amalgamated into one kaijin?
I wish that's what they would have done, but no. But then he's just randomly summons a bunch of grunts from a bunch of other series, including some Destron grunts, some Crisis grunts, a couple of worms. It's like, where did the worms come in from?
Yeah, that was my question, because as I was looking at this, I'm like, okay, if this is every grunt from like the Kamen Rider series, well, I know that Kiva, we didn't really have grunts. They were just the Fangires.
For some of them, we had to be really, like, for decades, for some of them, we had to be really creative. Like, for example, like, Mole Imagine had to be the stand-in grunts for Deno, while Gelnoots were the stand-in grunts for Ryuki.
It's like they're like a lot of the riders in the Heisei era really didn't have grunts. They were just like again, it was just a faction or like a group of, you know, that they were trying to make something happen, and the Kamen Rider would just interfere. It wasn't like the Showa era that, oh, we have that, but we also have henchmen like the Sentais do in every series. You have your main guys, but they never fight. But you have
even in Fives, like the stand-in were literally just riot troopers.
Yeah, the discount Fives troopers. I'm like, wait, what? What? But yeah, you're right. The Orphanox were just Orphanox. They didn't have like,
yeah, there wasn't like a generic Orphanox that we would get a bunch of costumes of. Like, we straight up had riot troopers. Heck, I'll even use Zek troopers as an example, if not for the fact that we do have generic worms.
I mean, the only time at this point that we had like actual grunts,
with the Blade, they had B-Roachers.
Like Wizard had
they had Phantoms. There's also like meteorites from Forze. We had the masquerades from W. We even have the incomplete Iamis from O's. Obviously, we got the generic Invis. We got
not a lot of them. Like around this time for O's had that. Like, because again, I was like, I count like maybe 15. And supposedly we have 1,000 episodes, and I'm guessing at this point, at least like 20 some odd or 25 some odd Kamen Riders. You're telling me that only like 10 or 15 are grunts, and most of them are from the Showa era, and very few of them are just generic monsters that were from the Heisei.
I just realized even Kuga didn't have generic.
No. That was not a thing, because again, like I said, Showa focused on evil organizations taking over the world. Now it's all about interdimensional creatures, and even so, if any, barely. I mean, look at Gaim. We had the Invis, but the Invis were pretty much set to the side as soon as the lords and even the other riders came into it. You can probably say about the chestnut and the coconuts, but they weren't technically grunts.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's all we have, really? Because I know that around this time they were going to do the Gokaiger movie, and that's when they got every single, like almost.
Yeah, they got one of every grunt from every season and then
30,
combine
like,
them into a single kaijin.
30 some odd, like 34 some odd grunts all merging into one giant kaijin, and then we go into a baseball montage after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been, I mean, it was awesome, obviously.
Oh, we do get a cool scene where Goto like headbutts Kazuri unmorphed.
Yeah, that must have
His
hurt.
head literally turns into a rock. I'm like, Goto, why didn't you do this before?
You never asked. Yeah.
And even Hina grabs a giant rock, and she looks so adorable doing it, by the way. And she throws the rock at him. It's like watching Batman all over again. There I was in the quarry, waiting for Batman to show up, and then I threw a rock at him.
It was a big rock.
It was a big rock.
Yeah. No, I honestly, it was something to see that, honestly, you know. But let's see what else I have written here.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, like things are getting out of hand. We need to wrap this up quickly, both the podcast and the episode. So Kogami gives authorization to you for Birth to use 1,000 medals, and yes, like even the one shocker grunts, it's like remorseful. It's like, wait a minute, all of these shocker grunts weren't shocker grunts at all. They were cell medals. They're not true shockers. It's like, imagine a Nazi complaining about the American neo-Nazis as like, these aren't real Nazis. These are just cosplayers being posers.
Well, they would, honestly. I mean, they seriously would. But yeah, it's a funny montage because Kogami does authorize it, and I'm like, wait. They're starting to like stockpiling him, and then Goto shows up and he grabs the canister.
He grabs like a giant handful of medals and just like seemingly pours them into this tiny slot. It's like, how?
I'm like, what is this, a coin star or something? You just hear the belt just doing the sound, and he's grabbing the milk jug and just pouring it in there. He's like, keep going. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you do with gachapons. That really is what you do, because it was enough to summon a Sasori, literally what a scorpion, a mech scorpion that can be remote controlled by Birth, even by Oz. As
like honestly, he controls it Mobile Fighter G Gundam style, where it's like and doing like a round kick controls the scorpion tail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then also there's a part where like Anka's like, okay, Kogami, I did this movie with you, like tell me about the bird Yummy, like who's creating it? It's like, so at the beginning I told you that I asked you would you like to know who did it? Yes. Well, my answer is, so do I. I'm deadly curious of who it is.
You didn't know.
He didn't know. You didn't know.
But I would love to know, as we all would love to know.
Yes.
Ankh is mad and just kind of huffs off. But at this point, AG is with Shouta and riding the scorpion, chasing after the amalgamation and using it to, again, this is kind of a thing, using rainbow lasers to finish off the Kaijin, which is
never underestimate the rainbow laser.
No, never do, because
in Climax Heroes 5, it is probably the most powerful move in the entire game.
It's again, rainbow lasers. For those who know Gamera, the Kaijin Baragon used rainbow lasers, and it created a crater about like 30 miles wide and about 5 miles deep. So,
for me, you know, I just spam cell burst, breast cannon, cell burst, breast cannon, cell burst, breast cannon.
It's crazy that again the rainbow laser was all the colors of O's, but it's like wait, so we have a red, blue, green, yellow, and red. But why is there a purple one? What? That we don't have a purple. There's no purple. Maybe that was a mistake. But yeah, that was it. We get a final hero's glance at the sunset with AG and the Shocker Grunt saying how sorry he was about what happened and that, you know, I guess he repented his ways and he will try to fight for justice. And sure, why not?
It's like they shake hands, which seems like oh, this is nice. He's deprogramming himself, but then like while AG does his O's pose, the Shocker Grunt does the well, let's just say he does his best Elon Musk impression.
Yeah, he does the thing.
The thing.
But yeah.
And then end credits start to roll because this whole thing was a movie the whole time.
End credits before the end credits because we have a after credit message from Kogami.
Excellent. This was a great movie, but we need a true 40th anniversary movie. I will see you again real soon, Subarachi! Which basically it shamelessly plugs the movie. Yes, the 8th Deno movie, which for all intents and purposes we're gonna be doing as a O's movie because O's is the most prominently featured character.
Now, is this what we're doing next week?
Yes, it is.
This Sunday. We're going into the movie. All's Deno, all riders, let's go, Kamen Rider.
Yep.
All right. So we've officially hit the filler part of this saga.
Yeah, we're a little over halfway there, guys.
All right. That's it. We will be on the movie this Sunday.
Yep.
Let's see. Any final thoughts?
I mean, score-wise, the first 2 episodes are an 8. I like that they did more to like, unravel the mystery of Ankh. The human characters for this episode sucked. I mean, not the main cast. I'm talking about like the 2 boxer dudes.
Yeah.
These guys sucked. Like you made a filler episode more fun than like a main plot episode. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah,
shame on you.
I'm like, if it wasn't for us like putting in Rocky references and putting in our 2 cents and
birthday mode.
Yeah, it seriously, these 2 episodes just suck. Like there's really no reason for that to happen other than to just show like how weak someone is. Like even if you have a plan and you know what you're gonna do, it's so easy for you to just become an asshole. And
see, you could have even combined the plots of these 4 episodes and just make it, so we're making a movie based on the 40th anniversary of Kamen Rider to celebrate its 1000th episode. But then it's like, one of the cast members mysteriously has a bird Yami produced. What's going on here? Ankh, what are you not telling us? Look, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm not involved here. See, combine these premises and you don't have a stupid boxer plot. And again, the whole boxer thing, it would have worked better if instead of having the veteran. Okay, I'm gonna use. Hold on. What's the name of the guy from Rocky 6 that he fights against? Because like just to make it easier for me, Rocky.
You mean Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, cast.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Freaking like he has to fight against. Let's see. Meanwhile, the passion boxer Mason the Line, and Mason the Line is played by who plays him? Let's see, Polly. Okay, and okay, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so like instead of having Rocky try to become the host so he could fight Mason, why not make Mason the host to and where his desires to cure Rocky of his punch drunkenness so he could fight Rocky one last time? Make Mason the host instead of Rocky. Still have it involve like the yummy Space Jam a bunch of boxers into healing Rocky. Just make Mason the host instead of Rocky.
It would have made more sense if the young kid was the desire and that the parrot wasn't like kidnapped him, but he wasn't gonna hurt him, but he was just juicing him up. Like you're preparing him
juicing up his opponent for him to fight. Yeah,
you're preparing him against his own will and desires, but that's corrupting him to do it. That would have been a better story than the retiree just
getting one last shot at glory.
Yeah, which again,
even though he was like already okay with retiring.
Yeah, he was cool with it. I don't know what, but again, it's all that the desire. I'm like, no, that it would have made more sense how we're writing it. But again, we're not writers, so yeah, to me, obviously the two filler episodes were like 10s through and through, just with how funny and the references.
Agreed.
But the boxing, I would have to give it a 7 because yes, we did get into, and mostly it's all because of Ankh and his story
and birthday.
Yeah. Other than that, there's no reason for the boxing motif. That was probably the weakest link that knocks it down from like an 8, which is average, to a 7. So that a 7.5 is what I give it. Ankh pretty much had this whole story, except for those parts that were, in my opinion, not necessary. So it's 7.5, and then there's a 10.
And also, I do find it interesting that in an Akira focused episode, Eiji gets a new form, but in an Ankh focused episode, Akira gets a new form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like the two filler episodes to celebrate the 40th anniversary, despite being fillers, are a perfect 10 because it's just fun, it's nostalgic, it's fan service done the right way. Like we've ragged on Gaim for the longest time for its filler episodes, but let me tell you, this is how you do a filler episode. Oh yeah. So let's go to the comments, guys. As much as I would love the Rocky movies, and as ridiculous as they may be at times, no part of the film is as ridiculous as Rocky fighting Hulk Hogan.
Again, that was a charity fight, but it's like, yeah.
But also, how does that even work? Because you have a boxer versus a wrestler; they're bound by different rules.
Yeah, so that whoever did that was again, it's like a kid just pulled it out of his toy box. When I get my Rocky figure fighting Hulk Hogan, and they're gonna fight, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Who would win at that point? Obviously, the wrestler would win because
he has really more versatility in what he can and cannot do.
Yeah, the boxer is screwed. It's like the boxer is like, well, no.
Sure, the boxer can punch directly, but
that's all they do.
That's the only thing he can do. Yeah,
but all right, fine.
Even the robot scene, "Happy Birthday, Polly," is as weird as hi. Happy birthday, Polly. Happy birthday, Polly. Happy birthday, Polly.
I don't know what it was about the 80s, but even if something did not need a robot, they just put in a robot. You could thank Star Wars for that. Like everything was about robots after that. You got to put in a robot in. Like, what?
Yeah.
This is a movie about boxers. I'm like, why is there a robot now? It worked for
I seriously didn't notice a Space Jam reference. This is why I love watching you guys.
Yeah, no, that I even said I was like, wait, he's stealing from the other boxers to give to him to juice him up. This is literally Space Jam.
It's literally Space Jam. All you need is AG, just to, like stretch out his arm, like.
Hell, he could have used the Unagi, but he didn't.
Yeah. Make like Chandler and Unagi. Okay, who would win between Akira Date and Oran Pierre Alfonso?
Oh my god.
There's too much manliness to handle.
That again, you know,
no venue has the structural support to handle that much manliness.
That is like the levels of Chuck Norris versus Sagatas. It's Chuck Norris versus Fujioka Sensei. It's almost galaxy destructing if that ever happened.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
Toei, make that into a TTFC special. Make that into a TTFC special. And we
put a poll on it. Don't let the executives or the writers decide. Let the people decide who would win.
Just like in Ryuki. Exactly.
Is it Birth or is it Bravo?
Either way, green comes out on top.
Yeah, either or. It's like, that is that. Oh, I have no answer to that. That's almost hard to answer.
Yeah, it's like they're both former combatants. You know, it's like make them both Overwatch characters. Just like F it, make them both Overwatch characters. Make one a healer and the other a DPS. Just yep. All right. That's it for the comments, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon, stay notified for our latest videos. No Ultraman Omega this week, but we will be back at it next week. We also got #1 Sentai Go Juger. This week we are doing our final run of Kamen Rider Gabu, and the following week we'll be doing Kamen Rider Zets, which will be simulcasted on YouTube at the Tokusatsu channel. And I'm getting garlic knots just thinking about it because it won't be archived and whatnot. It is what it is. But yeah, watching Kamen Rider legally in America as it airs. We've come a long way, ladies and gentlemen.
Will it be dubbed? I don't know.
I doubt it.
But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this Kamen Rider of Dreams.
And of course, next week we will be we'll be continuing the 40th anniversary of Kamen Rider with Kamen Rider Ichigo versus O's Let's Go Kamen Rider.
Yep, we're doing a movie.
Yeah, we're doing a movie. Fun. We haven't done that in a while.
I think it's only been like 2 or 3 episodes.
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have a bunch of movie promos on the opening credits.
Yeah. Check out our other channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss various movies and TV shows. And on both channels, we got new vlogs and new interviews. Be sure to check out this guy's interview with the master photobomber himself, Jason Conopisos Alvarez, aka Shockwave. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to follow our content, you can find us both on Instagram at the Sin Prince and Boken_Kabuto. And if you want to say hi to us in person next Sunday, we will be at ToonCon at the Burbank Marriott Convention Center. We're excited to be there. We love you guys. But until next time, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Enjoy that barbecue and chillaxing all max and relaxing all cool. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye, guys.